When does it fucking start? Oh, I don't know! Maybe if you took a look at the fucking screen behind us once in a while, you would fucking know! But you don't because you don't look at it! So stop fucking asking me when does it fucking start!
Here we go!
So, at long last the threshold has been broken, and a milestone has been reached. And in honor of this momentous occasion to all of you, here I am, the Inverted Shadow in the flesh, or at the very least through that camera there. This was probably one of the most anticlimactic intros ever, wasn't it? So, here's my face, as promised, for this specific milestone. I think that's really all I have to say on the matter. Now, believe it or not, some of my older viewers and subscribers might actually already know what I look like, thanks to this incredibly ancient upload of mine, which I'm not going to bother linking right now. It's probably better left for the best, so... I think I was actually avoiding this kind of thing for the longest time because of, 3 reasons. Number 1, and this is probably the biggest reason of them all, I hate the way I look. And I don't care what anybody of you say in the comments below, I have always been self-conscious about the way that I look. And it has been like that ever since high school, and I'll get to that in reason number 2. But for the time being, there is nothing about my appearance that I genuinely like. Except for this hair. See my hair? See my hair? My friends call it a Jufro. And I'm gonna keep this Jufro for the longest time.
Yes!
And reason number 2 that I haven't really shown my face is, well, because I pretty much lack the confidence to do so. Even now, I'm having a hell of a hard time just looking at you, and not that, just so I can make sure that I'm in frame or not. And the reason I lack the confidence to do so is because, all through high school, and I pretty much kept to myself. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, or you are just recently subscribing, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome from like age 6 or 7, so I'm autistic, so pretty much looking into a camera or looking into a mirror or anything like that is alien to me. And it's something I am not comfortable with doing. Even right now, I am hell uncomfortable just sitting in front of this camera, so you'll have to excuse me if I constantly stutter or draw off or anything like that. Even now, I kind of look weird. And the third reason that I avoided the camera spotlight, reason number 3, is, well, I pretty much lacked an actual camera to speak of, so I wanted to get a real camera to do this, so I got an actual camera, a Logitech HD Pro webcam. It's decent, it gets the job done. That's 3 reasons, is it? 1, 2, 3? Yeah. So, yeah, I pretty much avoided the camera until now, but I promised you all for 100,000 subscribers I would show my face, so there you go. So, with all that out of the way, where do I even start with this? I mean, wow, 100,000 subscribers. That it feels so weird to say out loud. It genuinely does, and I'm rendered speechless that I even got to this point, because when I first started this channel under my name, The Inverted Shadow, it was just a side channel that I started because I was doing Let's Plays at the time, and I was more focused on that than anything on this channel. So of course, when my Let's Play channel got terminated, I was left with this one. And after watching some stuff from people like, let's see, GB7 Zone 7, Mr. Mild, Das Boschet, and all those other kinds of great animators. Of course, I was inspired. All I had at the time, though, was just my laptop and Windows Movie Maker, and, well, one other person that I'll get to in in a moment. Excuse me. And, from that first Gmod video that I uploaded, I don't know what to say. I never thought that I was grateful enough to, like, hit 100... I was grateful enough to hit 150 subscribers, let alone 100 or 1,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 as it is right now, so... I have just been... From the moment I stepped into this Gary's Mod Source Filmmaker community, I never thought I would reach the level of attention and reputation that I have now. And really, all I have to say is that I have all of you, all 100,000 of you watching this right now to thank for it. Because without you guys, I wouldn't have the confidence to just come sit here and get in front of this camera and thank you all personally. Because even now, I am still nervous as hell just being in front of this camera. So I'm sorry again if I stumble, but what I'm saying is the truth. You guys are probably the best subscriber base I've ever had, and will probably the only best subscriber base I've ever had, or I'd take that as you will. But what I'm trying to say is that you guys are awesome. The fact you've stuck with me for this long through all my moments of stupidity and recent goings-on that I've kind of heard about, or I don't know. But I've had my ups and downs in this community. I have had my share of haters, and believe me, I have had my share of haters. That's probably a story best left for some other time. But all in all, I'm happy that I could provide quality content for you guys. Because the thing about me is that I love to entertain people. If I can make at least one person smile from any video that I upload, that is all I need to know. That is what keeps me going. It is my drive that I can provide quality content for all of you, for my friends, my family, my supporters, my everybody that has subscribed to this channel. And I really hope that well, actually, who am I kidding? I'm going to keep providing quality content for you guys. I'm going to keep Gmodding and SFMing until the day that I fucking die. And that's saying a lot, because I never hope to disappoint any of you guys. Because you compare what I did from what I was able to do in Gmod from when I first started to what I'm able to do now. There's like a huge difference, you know that? And I hope I can keep improving my craft, but once again, it's thanks to all of you guys, all 100,000 of you, that I have steadily improved in my craft. So, for that, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. That is really all I can say. I love all of you individually, and there is no amount of words that I could say right now that can express my gratitude for, you know, just, the amount of gratitude that I feel for you all sticking by me for this long. I'm sorry, I'm actually trying hard not to tear up right now, so. Thank you all again. I will never forget any of you, and if I do, may God help me, because you guys are amazing. Now there is a ton of people that I could thank for helping me reach this milestone. Right now I'm going to focus on the major ones that came in, and then I'll focus on the rest a little later. Pardon me. First and foremost on the list, and I have to cover this girl before anybody else, because without her I don't think I'd ever be where I am right now. That is the inspiration for Kami, my beloved girlfriend Julia. Huh? Julia? I don't know if you're watching this video right now, but I want you to know that I am forever grateful for everything that you have done for and with me. Because back when we first met on my Let's Play channel, from that one comment you left when I was playing that grudge game on the Wii, I still remember that fondly. And then we started spending time together, and we met each other in person. I didn't think we'd ever get as far as we did, but here we are, 5 years together. Ever since we first met, I've never wanted to be with anybody else besides you. You know, you're quite literally the best girl, the greatest girl I've ever met, and nobody could ever replace you. No matter based on their looks, their charm, their anything, they don't come close to what you mean to me. Because you are literally my one drive. Well, not my one drive, but how do I explain this? You say that, you know, I know you said that I'm not the perfect guy, but that I try. And I do. I would do anything to make you happy, even if it meant, you know, stepping out of my comfort zone, because I want to make you happy. And just the fact that you have been the inspiration for, like, one of my oldest characters ever, I don't think I'll ever forget that. Ever. Julia, you mean the world to me, and I would never replace you for anything. And that is the truth. You say that you're confused with what to do with me at times. Well, let me be confused with you, because I would do anything if it meant I could be with you. I love you true and dearly, Julia. Thank you for being with me. Just, you are the greatest. Thank you. Now, the next group of people that I would like to thank is actually one that I've been with for somewhere close to the halfway point of my Gmod animating career. And that is the Paper Plane Inn. Now, for those of you who do not know, the Paper Plane Inn is a Skype group that a lot of my Gmodding friends happen to be in. People like Austin Casey795, Mr. Morris, the West Coast Psycho, and many others, all of which I have had tons of fun just collaborating with and being friends with. All of them are lovely people, but there is one person in that group that I would love to thank, above all. That is Miss Mikoto Nui, another close friend of mine. Miss Mikoto, for those of you who remember, is the one that I'm currently collaborating with on the tennis series The Ballad of Scouted, and for those of you before any of you asked, yes, she is working on the next part of that, so that is totally unrelated. Let's get back to the matter at hand. Miss Mikoto, I'd like to thank you for actually bringing me into the Paper Plane Inn, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to get closer to all these kinds of people. The very fact alone that you actually look to me like a brother figure and that you're a close friend of mine, that also surprises me, because, I don't know, I never thought I was, that much of a brother figure to, you know. The fact that you look up to me that much, the fact that I influence you and all these other kinds of people, that is... It gets me where I live, you know? So, Miss Mikoto, thank you. And to everybody else in the Paper Plane Inn, you guys are amazing. I'm happy to be your friends, and it will probably stay like that for a long time to come. The next person that I would like to thank for helping me get to 100,000 is one that I've known for quite some time now. I've actually known from near the very start of my animating career. That man's name is Turkish Phantom. The most I can say is I have had my past with him, and he knows that for a fact. From the very start, he and I did not get along. Like, it is a very hard past to explain. For those of you who have been following me from that point, you know the whole thing between me, him, and another user, Admiral Trainstorm. And, but still, if it were not for Turkish coming along, I don't think my attitude would have changed for the better, and I would have been... If I hadn't listened to him, I would have been, pretty stupid right now. Well, not that I'm stupid today, but you get the idea. He helped me toughen up my attitude, he helped me develop a better attitude, and if it weren't for him, quite a lot of my projects in Gmod would not be possible. The two biggest examples of that would be The Lost Ones, or the rest of the Lost Ones anyways, and Apocalypse, which he helped me write the script for. And Turkish, thank you. You've honestly been just a pleasure to have as a friend, and I hope that our contact will remain ever strong. You rock on, man.
Actions have carried strength. We'll see what you stand for.
Now, the next group of people that I would like to thank for helping me reach this milestone is very special to me. Very special at all. And that is a group of people I have come to name the Feisty Five. And why are they called that? It's basically just an in-joke between us that relates to a running joke that many of you have seen in my videos, which a lot of you might actually already know, believe it or not. Now, there are 5 people in that group. That group consists of Mindless Gonzo, I'm Shadow007, aka the voice of Brutalight Sparkcake, Pugagaru Kiss, that is the voice of Painset Shimmer Cakes, and Incoherent Chipmunk and myself. These people have all been very close to me, but it is actually Chipmunk in particular that I'd like to address. Chip? Ever since that I first had that excuse me, that run-in with you at that Thunder Fortress server. In fact, I actually will link the recording that I did for it right here. Ever since I had that run-in with you, I have been... It's been quite an honor to actually have been, be your friend, I'll tell you that. We've had our moments. I remember that one night in one Skype chat that I know of that, well, I will spare all the public the details, but the fact that matters is that I was there for you. We're all there for you. And the fact that you have helped me with so many ideas, including the upcoming sequel to another video that I will address soon enough. Chip, I want to thank you for, like, sticking with me and being my friend for this long, because you've honestly been a real pal. You've been a hell of a fun guy to talk to, and being able to help you as well, it's also been very nice. So, Chip, thanks for being with this crazy bro for so long. As for the rest of the 5, Gonzo, you stated a while back that you asked me a while back. You said, "How the hell did you end up with me?" or "How did I end up with you?" I think the real question would be what you said. How did I end up with you? Because you hit 100,000 before I did, and you were more well known in the Brony community before I came along. So really, it should be, how did I end up with you? Because from that point, we've had a lot of fun in those fanfic streams. Even though I seem to yeah, the most I can say is that I'm sorry for breaking you all those times.
Pinkie Pie discovers coffee!
No!
Anime pratfall.
I feel bad, but we still had fun, didn't we? And of course, I've always been happy to have you voice stuff for me for other things, so thanks again for sticking with me. As for the other 2, I am Shadow, the other half of Double Shadow Productions. Words cannot describe how much she has also been a real friend to me, because she has said this before. I want to find it in writing that she and I are like long-lost blood siblings, because there's no way in hell the stuff we do, we can be related, you know? It just can't be. But she has been like a sister to me, much like Miss Mikoto before her. So, I'm Shadow. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking with me this long. Last but not least, Alex, you are just a hell of a fun girl to be around. You're voicing as Shimmercakes and other characters of mine that... You bring a smile to not just my face, but also my viewers. So, thank you again for being part of my team. And to the Feisty 5, rock on and stay awesome. The next 2 people that I have to thank are probably going to fly over a bunch of your heads, but others might actually recognize. The first of these people is one that I have also known. His name is Carol Starr. Yes, the one who has helped collaborate on the tennis series Escape from Ponyville. I will address that tennis in a minute or so. But Carol, when I first took you under my wing as a Gmodding student, I didn't know how far we'd get. But when we started that Escape from Ponyville series, it just took off. I actually had fun, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to finish this series in the future. So, yeah. And then when I actually met you at MagFest at one time, that was also an experience. I'll give you that. But really, you've been a pretty nice guy to hang around. Some parts of your attitude might still turn me off, but you know what? You're still a friend through and through. So for that, I thank you, and hopefully I'll be able to establish contact with you again soon, as there's a matter I will also address in a moment. And the other fellow, which some of you might also know, is another Gmodder by the name of Mr. Benio. From the start, when I first knew him, he was, well, he was kind of an annoyance. That's the best way I can put it. But after getting to know him a little more, he's actually turned out to be kind of a really good guy. And his animation has gotten much better from the first time I saw his animating. But his animating has gotten consistently better. More so, in fact, in the fact that he's been animating a 3 or 4-part series which stars me, or yes, me. It has been a series that he started ever since my road to 100,000 started, so I'm actually going to link it right here and in the description below. Really, you really should check it out, not just because it stars me, but because it's very well thought out and written, and it actually is very entertaining. So, Benio, thank you for the tribute, and thanks for being a really nice guy. there is one more group of people that I would like to thank for my time in this Gmod community. That is a group of people that you might remember I have called the Freakologists, led by a Gmodder named Kuga1. Kuga, I know we've had our past, mainly because you were involved with Admiral Trainstorm at the time, but I'm happy that I can actually call you my friend, and for all the tips you've given me for animating all that stuff. And as for the other Freakologists, that includes people like Stylix, aka Shirosaki97, Sherman's the Tank, Sarah's Khan, Mr. Ambus Sinistris, or Joe as he's called on YouTube, and of course, Ellie the Creator and Oh Yeah Player. To Stylix in particular, I would also like to thank for the many pointers he's given me for the stories I have. One video in particular that I will also be hinting about. But special thanks in particular I have to give to Mr. Saris for allowing me to participate in a four-way tennis between him, Kuga, Sherman, and myself. Well, it was formerly LD the Creator, but you get the idea. I cannot give any more details than that. But you guys, I'd like to thank you for letting me into your little group, as it were, and for the tips you've given me, and for being all around, nice Gmodders to be around, especially Oliap, Saris, and Sherman in particular. So, I hope to learn more about the TF2 Freaks, but thank you guys. Thank you very much, especially Kuga. Thank you. Now I believe that is everybody that I've had. Oh yes, there's actually two more people that I would actually like to address. Now, this is probably gonna fly over most of your heads, but to Brony Monster 44 and Alex Side. I know I've done this already to both of you in my my Rainvine video, but now that I'm actually showing my face, I would like to once again personally thank the two of you for reacting to my content, mostly my EOI series. Again, I will get to that in a moment. But I would like to thank you both for developing an interest in my content. It's always nice to see somebody actually enjoy my content. Speaking of which, I will also say this right now. I was going to say this for the end, but I may as well spoil this now. For the second time in a row, I will be at this year's BronyCon in Baltimore. I screwed that up there, excuse me. But anyways, Alex, here's hoping I bump into you again, because first time I saw you at BronyCon, that was a really pleasant experience. Brony Monster, I remember that you said in one of your videos where I actually featured you that you would hug me.
You mentioned in there that it was great to see Alex at BronyCon. I am going to make sure I do my damnedest to meet you at BronyCon for 2015. If you are going, I am absolutely going to hug you for this. I want you to be aware of that right now. If I find you at BronyCon, and I swear I hope you go, because I want to make this happen, I am going to freaking hug you. I'm going to. Just saying.
I'm gonna hold you to that, man. So here's hoping I see both of you gentlemen. I will see you at BronyCon. So, I believe that is all the major people I'd like to thank, so on now to the future of this channel. First and foremost, I would like to address probably the biggest subject matter people are talking about. That is regarding the future of the elements of insanity. Oh boy. You guys happen to remember a while back I made a rant video, which basically was just me coming out and admitting that I was really getting tired of what some of the fans of the Elements of Insanity were doing and all that. Well, consider this kind of a follow-up to that, because I've had time to just think back and look on that rant and how I could have worded things better. And really, I could have worded a lot of things better on that rant. Mind you, some of the things I said do stand true. Like the constant demanding that I drop everything and make more Elements of Insanity stuff, that still kind of gets on my nerves, especially because it's still happening, which isn't really that fun. But besides that, I have had time to think about the other things I've said, like the bad OCs and the bad fan art. I think I could have been much more lenient on that, because let's face it, nothing is ever going to be perfect. You know, not everything is perfect. These people who did this stuff were obviously influenced by me, which is something I really should have taken into account when I called out people on the very bad fan art. So, in regards to people like Riggy and Squeaky Noodle and all the other people that I called out, I want to extend an apology to you. I should have thought out what I had said, and yeah, I really owe you guys an apology, because you didn't deserve to get lambasted by me like you did, but that's really all I have to say about that. Now, concerning the actual future of the EOI, and my plans are as follows. I can spoil this much, alright? Now, following the whole story arc with Paints and Shimmer Cakes and Magic Mirror, the subject and all that, I can tell you that from there will also be at least 2 or 3 other story arcs with the Elements of Insanity, or at least 3 story arcs. Let's go with that. One of them also happens to involve one certain pony who a lot of you from the Season 5 pilot might actually recognize. May as well give her a chance and see what happens. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else to do with the EOI, so we'll see what happens from there. But that's pretty much my plans with the EOI, and hopefully that'll keep you all satisfied. Now, moving on from the Elements of Insanity, I'd also like to discuss the future of the tennis series that I'm currently involved in. The first one, as I mentioned before, being Escape from Ponyville with Carol Star. Now, the reason a lot of you have been asking about the latest episode of that series, and it is still going, I'll give you that, I will confirm that the series is still going. The problem with that is that my friend Carol Star is kind of in a bad spot at the moment. He's actually really in need of your help. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link to his GoFundMe page right here, and also in the description below. He could really use the money because he's in a tight spot and he really needs to upgrade his stuff and find a good place to live. So, if you could support him, he and I would be forever grateful, and I will find a way to pay it back for you somehow. So, once again, go find his GoFundMe page, support it if you can. If you can donate or anything, try to spread the word because he could really use it. So that's one. Now for the other one is, next on the list is Pinkie Pie's Exotic Adventure, or Part 5 of that series to be exact. Excuse me. I've already finished the script for Part 5, and I've actually already finished animating the first 5 seconds of that episode, which, here we go.
Don't think you're funny, man?
And that is only the first 5. From that point on, I believe Casey will be very pleased for what I, have in store. Excuse me. Now, that's current series. What about some old series of mine? Some old tennis series that have been also ongoing. The first of these series being the very popular requested Berry Punch's Quest with the late Cavern the Hunter. Yes, I know Cavern is gone. The details behind that are sketchy, but I will confirm this much. As many of you have seen, Cavern has been replaced by another friend of mine, Witchy. Speaking of which, Witchy, I thank you for helping me with this tennis. You know, it has been very nice to be acquainted with you, both you and Lemurfot, actually. So for you to help me with this tennis series, I know ponies are not your thing, but I once again thank you because this means a lot to me. So yes, Witchy will replace Cavern. Part 3 is already underway for Berry Punch's Quest. We'll see what happens from there. And besides that, there are 2 other series that a lot of you may actually recognize. One of them being A Tale of Two Spies with Dusty Old Roses, and the other, The Tournament with Waywar. Concerning the one with Dusty, I know a lot of you have been asking, Shadow, where the hell is Part 10? The thing about that is, well, I've actually talked with Dusty about this. She has been hella busy lately, so her work plate has been incredibly full. She's had to drop out, sadly, from animating the last part of A Tale of Two Spies. She's incredibly sorry, but what's going to happen from this point? I will compile all of the other parts into one big video, and then I will make an ending of my own to coincide with that. But in the meantime, Dusty, I thank you for at least participating in this tennis with me. It means a lot because I really consider you a friend. Thank you for all the voice acting tips and stuff you've given me, and thanks for making this a hella fun tennis to begin with. And now concerning the tournament with Waywar, sad to report, he's out of the game as well. He has given up his Gmoding career to focus more on his music career, which I will leave a link to his YouTube and his SoundCloud right here and in the description below. Concerning the tournament, much like with Barry Punch's Quest, Waywar has been replaced by Awesome Casey. The details on that are very far in between, but we will see what happens. But I really hope that you guys will enjoy that. So, I think that's pretty much it concerning Tennis Series. Is there anything else I can share about? Oh yeah, there is quite a lot more to talk about. Concerning more of the future of this channel, I may as well answer the question of, will I continue to show my face? And the most I could say is possibly. I'm still incredibly nervous to actually be in front of this camera, but I will do my best. If you guys really want to see more of this fucking ugly face of mine, I may as well do it. If you really want to see it, just let me hear about it. Yeah. So, besides that, to celebrate 100,000, I'll also be opening up another Q&A session. So if you want to ask me some more questions and maybe see my face again, leave your questions in the comments below and I'll compile them and make a nice little Q&A video. So, yeah, that'll be nice. I think that's pretty much all I've had to say, you know? This has been one hell of a crazy ride. That's really all I can say, but all in all, I'm still grateful that I've been able to come this far and get this many subscribers. Again, 100,000 of you watching my stupid-looking face right now. Thanking you. But, you know, I'm actually looking forward to what the future has to hold, but I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's for me to continue on trucking and making more content for you guys to enjoy. And believe me, there is so much more that I want to show you guys and for you to see, and I'm really happy to share with all of you. And that is a fact. So for now, me and my Trixie plushie here are going to sign off, but once again, I couldn't have made it for this far without any of you guys. Thank you all for 100,000 subscribers, and until then, I can't find a way to end this properly. That is me. Oh my goodness. I think I'm just gonna call it right here. So once again, thank you all for 100,000 subscribers, and until then, I will see you all next time. Peace.